We just got back watching A Quiet Place Part 2, and one of the ways I can describe this movie,
Best movie so far.
it's intense.
And
It's fucking intense.
what month
Dude.
are we in?
We are in June. But this definitely, honestly, this definitely deserves a theater experience. Compared to The Conjuring, which we saw last week,
Garbage,
we
please.
told you guys our
Ladies and
thoughts.
gentlemen,
Yeah.
don't waste your money on that bullshit. Please.
But
Listen to the
Man.
podcast first.
Yeah.
So when I sat down, it was 3:48. So I feel like I only missed 3 minutes, but I felt like I missed like a big chunk of the movie.
Yeah.
no, but it
I
was
would
right at the
like
beginning.
that
Me
part.
too.
Shout out to John Krasinski.
Yeah.
Because what is this? His only second movie?
And he fucking killed it, dude.
Yeah.
He did, honestly.
Man,
like,
dude.
even, like, I'm pretty sure he was a writer or producer in this one, right?
He was
One
the
of those two?
producer slash writer, I
But
think.
the acting in this, too, especially that intro. Like, we're not going to get into spoilers just yet, but that intro sets the movie up, I think, for me, so well.
Very well.
Yes. And,
Sets the mood, tone.
yeah. You could, at first it starts
Tension.
off, well, you guys walked in a little bit later than me, but when I walked in, like, it was still pretty the beginning of the game, and it was like, it felt normal, like it was normal world, but you could feel
Who was
the tension.
playing? His son?
His son, yeah, his son, the one that
The middle one.
later in the movie, the curly haired one, yeah, he's the one. And some of the stuff that they told him at the game, they kind of referenced it later in the movie too. I'm like, oh, that makes sense now. But like I said, you guys showed up like
Was his uncle involved?
you do see. I think you guys showed up when he showed up. Cillian Murphy or Killian Murphy.
Yes.
He you see John Krasinski walking by. This is still at the beginning of the movie, so it's not
One
technically a
clip,
spoiler.
right?
Well,
One,
technically, you can't say this right now because you're gonna spoil the movie.
not really.
But it's still the beginning of the movie. It's like the first like 5 minutes, so it's
Okay.
not really spoilers.
Okay.
So
But he shows up
Scarecrow.
for one scene, right?
huh?
He shows up for one scene.
In the beginning, yeah.
And one scene only. Okay, so I didn't miss much.
Yes.
So you see, well, actually, we'll get to the Cillian Murphy part later. But you do see him at the beginning of the fucking movie. And at the moment, you're like, oh, I know that actor.
Yeah.
You know, you're like, okay,
Yeah,
cool.
bro.
It's a good cameo. That's what I thought. I'm like, it's a good cameo.
You know who I thought it was? One of the what's his name? The one that dated Jennifer Lopez. I thought it was Casey Affleck at first.
No way.
I thought it was Casey Affleck at first.
Dude, Cillian Murphy has his, like, or Cillian Murphy. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that, but
He has hollow like
he has such a distinguished look.
Yeah.
Like, you can tell you're like, that's fucking Scarecrow.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
even with the facial hair.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Well,
he did
you
a
know,
good
Scarecrow
job in
to
this
me.
movie, dude.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah, the performances in this movie were top
Everybody.
notch. They were. And a gamer like myself, this gave me the vibes of The Last of Us.
Has anybody played that game? Have you guys played that game?
I played
Well,
the first one.
I-
I played the first one. I didn't play the second one.
Dude.
I've heard that game is
I know
actually
what
pretty
you're talking
good.
about.
Yeah.
And
Never is a
so
game
much
where
of that
it was
reminded me of
communicated.
it. And I even thought of it. I was like, what if this was actually like a game instead of a movie? Like,
Oh,
it
it'd be intense.
Yeah.
It'd be like The Last of Us. It was intense, dude. Like, that's
It
one
was.
way I could really describe this movie.
Yeah.
And given
For
that
an hour and 37 minutes,
it was,
it was probably an hour and 30 minutes.
I wanted more.
Yes.
I was at the end of the movie like,
Give it
what?
to me. Give it to me, baby.
Give it to me.
This is a movie that I actually would have been down for like at least like maybe like a 2 and almost 3 hour movie.
Yeah.
3 hours, maybe too long.
Maybe 2
But
2 hours.
But the world they set up in this is so good. Like the setup, the tension, the suspense, the
Everything.
one of my favorite things too is it doesn't. I don't really see this as a spoiler. It doesn't really. It keeps the monsters mysterious in a way.
Very.
Yeah.
It doesn't show where they come from. All you know is they're fucking hard to kill.
All you know is they're extraterrestrial.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
might be a
They're
spoiler.
very hostile. They're
Not
very-
well, yeah, maybe, but they're very aggressive. Their
Killing
skin
machines.
is tough as fuck.
Yes.
Like you saw him shoot them with shotguns. No, there's still no spoilers. You saw him like
I tried dating one. Hard as a shell.
could not get through.
Could not crack them.
But
yeah, the whole
monster.
Yeah, you don't even know where
creature.
they're like even
they're-
like hiding out.
You don't know
or
shit.
nothing. It's like
You don't know
nothing
shit.
about them. They
Yeah.
just pop out of nowhere.
Which I kind of like was expecting for them to like find a nest or like where they're
Yes.
from in this one.
well, that little
We'll,
yeah.
we'll get into it later.
Movie
Right now, this
3.
is spoiler free.
Movie 3.
Right now, this is spoiler
I
free.
know.
But we're gonna get into
Hold up
the
on that little
motherfucking spoilers later on.
Great movie. Segment 1.
Yes.
Honestly, it was a great movie. I would highly recommend a theater experience if you're able to. I know some of you guys might still be paranoid. Vaccinated or not, it is worth the movie theater experience.
Worth your money.
yes.
Yes.
Everybody, do not watch The Conjuring.
Yeah.
You've seen our podcast
Yeah.
before.
If you guys are super curious, it's on HBO Max, so just watch it there. If anything.
Yeah.
Don't- I feel Quiet Place Part 2 definitely deserves a
A
movie
theater
theater
experience.
Yes.
I'm gonna be very honest.
Yeah, please. If you're thinking about watching it, HBO Max,
Okay.
I jumped like 4 times in that movie.
No, I was about to say,
I highly suggest you guys watch it in the movie
theaters.
theaters.
How many jump scares got y'all?
I counted. I counted 3,
I wanna say
4
4.
for David.
I actually jumped once. Don't listen to this guy.
Okay, for me 3 or 4, but I jumped none.
Jumped 4 times. At least 4 times. I know.
I jumped once, and we'll get into that later. But,
Very good jump scare.
yeah, and it kind of goes back to The Conjuring last week, where I was
Conjuring was trying way too hard.
like that, and I felt like it had the suspense. I'll give it that it had the suspense in some scenes.
But
But it dragged.
It wasn't fulfilling.
It dragged, and the payoff wasn't
And you could
there.
see, the scares coming. You could see them coming,
Yeah, you can. In this one, you could kind of say you saw him coming, but
and you still got scared.
yeah,
Because
but
I'm gonna admit there was one I saw it coming. I'm like, watch him come out. Came out, still fucking pissed my pants.
yeah, it was set up like the pacing of the jump scares were spot on in my opinion.
He's a really
and
another good horror director. I would
he is.
say.
Who?
Oh no,
wait,
save that
wait.
question for later. We're going through segments, so I know we're gonna give.
Little spoiler warning. I'm putting it right now. Spoilers. If you guys haven't checked out the movie and want to check it out,
You better put that thing, and that's he fucked up.
we highly suggest it. Please check out this movie in the theaters.
Spend your money at the theaters.
Yes. Check it out. So we're getting into spoilers now. This is your third, fourth warning.
Please do
Be
not watch.
aware. So if you guys, I would highly suggest checking it out.
See
You
it.
idiots.
So yeah, idiot. So like I said, we kind of walked in a little late, not too much. It was only a couple minutes. Where I walked in,
Let that be your lesson. Get there when the movie ticket says get there. Okay?
I get
I
it. My
actually would have liked
bad.
to have watched it since it's
Pre-game.
Yeah.
Beforehand.
I get it. My bad, guys. Jeez.
Sorry.
It's okay. We all fuck up.
But I
But-
do remember walking in and seeing the meteor coming down.
And everything goes kind of quiet.
Yeah, everyone's
it.
like,
My
so
note.
what is that? Like,
As I was saying, like, so we walked in a little minute, like a couple minutes late. I don't want to say too late because we still beat the title card.
yeah.
So,
So the whole beginning.
at first I walked in and I was like, okay, they're at the baseball game. As soon as I sat down, adjusted my shirt, I was locked in. I was like, this already feels.
It set the mood for the rest of the fucking movie.
Yeah, you could tell.
Within the next 30 seconds, right?
So then you guys walked in, like, I'll say 5-10 minutes after me.
The whole atmosphere was just weird.
You guys sat down and was like,
Yes.
and
It was
literally,
crashing down.
Something was
weird.
wrong.
Yeah. They walked in right where you see something crashing on Earth, and like
Everyone's
everything
freaked
sounds
out.
weird. Yeah, everything's going down, and it's already you're locked in. You're like, oh shit, it's about to fucking go
Yeah.
down, and the movie keeps that intensity. In the beginning, well, it builds. It starts the intensity. It builds it, and it keeps it throughout. I think, in my opinion, and
Everyone starts leaving and it's
Yes.
like, what's going on? You know what? Let's just get the fuck out
Yes.
of here.
People get frantic.
Yeah.
you see a panic.
Everyone's
you see a
panicking.
panic.
Everyone's
Yeah,
like,
it's a
what
small
is it?
town too. It's not even
Makes
a big
sense.
city.
Makes sense. It's a small
Yeah,
town.
It's a small town.
But you know what I like?
Everyone
That
knows
small
each other.
town started thinking the same, and they got quiet real quick. And
Oh, that scene was so intense. the very fucking intro where they fucking go into that bar.
Yeah.
And then first you hear the fucking priest, or not, it's not even
That
a priest.
guy that's
It's-
like
it's-
doing a prayer.
Fucking
it's just a
Abuelito?
bill- yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
Abuelito
random
Jackson.
He's doing a prayer, and then the guy just like literally comes up and it's just like,
like,
shut
shut
up.
up,
bitch ass.
He's like, shut up. He's
And-
like, he can hear that.
Yeah, dude. And so you see this creature crawling on the fucking on the wall, outside
On
like,
the street,
other side of the window.
while the
like,
people are inside in the building being
yeah,
quiet.
yeah.
And that girl's cell phone goes off.
Cell phone. I was like,
She was talking to her mom.
bro, I gasped. I was like,
Yeah.
oh shit,
And he
like,
just goes in there, just.
yeah.
One thing I found weird was that the monster was not hungry. It was just trying to kill noise,
Yeah.
right?
It was just killing people, just for no fucking
For no reason. So I noticed that, and every time it killed, it just killed for no reason. So at this point, I'm like, he must be killing to kill the noise. What a buzzkill. So whatever, movie
You stupid.
goes on.
Really come 5-0.
Shit, if you're trying to kill the fucking party, send this fucking alien to the fucking kids' party. Kill everybody there. Party's done.
God damn.
For real.
Moving on. Animal attacks.
Oh.
What?
You're narrating.
He's like, now that you see the animal, it's gonna be right. Yeah.
It's also
So-
season.
Yeah, that shit. That intro scene at the diner was just. Was it a? It
Great
doesn't matter.
intro. Great
It
intro.
doesn't matter where the fuck
It was
at.
5 minutes worth of film.
So the girl's phone goes off, and
Animal goes into
John
a
Krasinski.
club.
Yeah, this
Yes.
is still before the first one. This is like a flashback scene.
Him and his
That's
daughter are
yeah.
like the ones that escaped the bar.
So they get
I
out
don't
the
think killed.
fucking. What are they called? They never name him in this
They
one,
never
huh?
name anything. They're just.
I guess
They're just
Shriekers.
Shriekers. Fuck it. We'll call them Shriekers. That's a good name. Shriekers. Okay.
Shriekers.
So the fucking Shriekers, the girl's cell phone goes off. The Shriekers come busting in through the diner. John Krasinski and his daughter are the ones that get up and get the fuck out of there.
Smartest ones out of the whole group.
Exactly. So they're able to get out. That thing is right behind them,
Yeah.
like chasing them. And then they get to the main street, back to where their son and his wife is.
They meet up.
And then
A cop
The cop
the
tries
sheriff
to
in the
yeah.
way
but he doesn't-
starts shooting at the animal, the shrieker.
The cop you see in the trailer, the one where he's like, "Is everything okay?" And that's where the invasion starts. Check out the trailer.
Shout out to the cop.
Yeah, he's
You know,
the
whatever his name is.
bro. I would have been the fuck out of there. I would have,
I don't care who these people are.
dude. Yeah,
John Krasinski.
I would have been the fuck out of it. Honestly, I would have been like, "Fuck that."
I ain't never seen this animal. It's not in my training. I am not paid enough to fucking, deal with
Yeah.
these animals. Point is,
So he gets killed, sacrifice,
and that was the intro.
And that was the intro, yeah.
and so it zooms into the kid, like the son, and he's like this and
Make sure you
whatever.
put that in the film.
And then and then it fucking
And that was the
Comes
intro,
out,
ladies and gentlemen.
title card comes out.
Yeah.
You don't need nothing else. That shit sets the mood for the rest of the movie.
Dude.
That shit took maybe 7 minutes. That set the mood for the next 90 minutes. Because
Strap yourselves in, because this is an
Yeah.
intense ass
The
fucking
roller
movie.
coaster.
don't you dare go to the pee-pee room. You're gonna miss out on a lot.
Oh my god.
Please.
Okay, so the title card comes up and it cuts to present where
474 days later.
After the incident.
you're right, it is
Oh, shit.
474 days later.
What are you guys doing when we watch these films? Just
I was
watching them?
Watch
Duh. So then it cuts to that,
God damn.
and it's after.
And detail.
Obviously, it's after the first one.
I'm not gonna write you up right now, okay?
Right now.
Anyway.
So it cuts forward to present time, or their present time, and it's the kid's covering his ears like present time,
give
reflecting
the
what happened.
state of the family.
They're doing shit right now.
So it's okay, hold on.
Well, because of what happened in the previous movie.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's why I give you state of family. So Emily Blunt, we don't have her name in the movie. Do we?
We'll just call her Mrs. Blunt. Call her Mrs. Blunt.
Emily Blunt, the teenage girl, the middle son.
The son.
Mrs. Blunt and her kids.
Yeah, and her kids.
Okay, well, they have to know. It's Mrs. Blunt, the teenage deaf girl, the middle son,
And then the baby.
and the newborn baby. They have to know this.
Fucking genius right there already. Okay.
So, that already sets the tone for their survival.
yeah. But
So, ladies and gentlemen,
spoilers. So,
ladies and gentlemen, it's already been a year and
few months.
Four months, I think.
The movie was supposed to come out last year around the same time in
But
April or June.
In the actual timeline of the movie, the invasion happened
Pre-COVID.
a year and
a year and 4 months.
yeah, because it's 374.
It's
So-
474.
474? Okay, so it's
a
474.
year and 110 days, 20 days.
Say 4 or 5 months in. Where we are now, June. So anyways,
Okay.
they're basically just adventure. Well, it picks up, I think, right after the first one.
Their husband had just died.
Yeah, it picks up
And
right
they
after
just-
the first one.
Emily Blunt had just given birth to a baby. So okay, so that's already a fucking disability. That's
So-
a disability.
But that was in the first one. She gave birth to the baby in the first one.
Happened that one.
At the end of the first one.
Okay.
And then
Just-
so remember at the end of the first one, she's like, shh, and it ends right there.
Yes.
So in this one, it picks up where the kid's like scared in the basement of that same house, and she's like, all right, it's time to go. So I'm guessing they took all of the shriekers out.
They ran away, didn't they? In the first movie, they ran away.
No, they didn't. They were still in that.
No, they were
they were
running for the house.
They were still in that house, and I remember the ending of that movie, just like this one, was so memorable that I was like, is this really where it ends?
No way. It's the same thing. You're like, no way.
There's no
way.
resolution, but I hate it, but I love that ending. Like, I'm like, it makes me want more. And that's what it's supposed to do.
It's already cut, but John Krasinski got some real good advice.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Because for his first two movies, he's 2 for 2.
is.
He's 2 for
He
2,
is, dude.
and that's already a great record.
I gotta look it up again at the time I'm filming this review, but I feel like he had a big part in the first one, and I felt the same in this one. So I'm like, he had
you know
to
what?
have-
He did a very good job by including himself in the first 5 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Because it makes the audience remember him from the first movie,
It's like,
and he becomes a big part to that little girl.
Yeah.
Like a major part.
Well, like an inspiration, basically. So yeah, it picks up with Emily Blunt, Mrs. Blunt, and her kids, and they're obviously traveling, surviving. They never say exactly where they're headed. There's no destination. Their basic thing is just surviving. They're moving from place to place, getting what they can, and staying on the move. That's what I got from it, which makes that's the most realistic thing that can happen in this fucking like type of movie, you know. And they end up running into this thing, not encampment, but okay. So they run into this like where they reach this new like
Dwelling.
like a factory type thing,
A setting.
Like
you see it in the
a new
trailers, yeah.
setting.
and they're
Put
trying
that
to
in the
get
trailer.
they're trying to get past this gate.
That
yeah.
one. That's the one. Yeah. Background. That's the one right now that we're playing right now.
Put it in slow motion and shit.
Look at those dirty ass feet. So, anyways,
So they get past it and they end up tripping
think
this.
about that.
They end up fucking activating this trap, this fucking
Booby trap, like I said.
and it sets off a fucking noise.
Chain reaction of tense moments.
Yeah.
How would y'all feel if your fucking foot got into a booby trap?
So yeah, they're running away. Oh, that was the most.
Oh my
intense scene,
god!
bro.
Stop it, bro! Ladies and gentlemen, this is why you guys have to watch this movie. God damn it! If you guys go in there drunk, if you guys go in there drunk,
It'll sober
you guys gonna sober up really quick, and that's saying a lot from an alcoholic.
From alcoholics over here.
All right, I'm not the only one. Anyways, That fucking scene wakes you up.
So wait, let's talk about what happens because we just cut to it right now. So they
Booby
set up
trap.
the trap.
Booby trap.
They're running away,
Yes.
and the fucking kid, the son, gets caught in a fucking bear trap.
Bear trap.
Yes.
And like at first, I guess it's so much of a shock he doesn't notice until his mom was like, "What happened?" And that's when he
Shout
sees,
out
like,
to that actor. Let me find his name real quick.
That's when he's like,
screamed so bad, and his mom was like, "Please,
"Dude, you're with the mom
That
the
is
whole
the most
time."
realist acting
Yeah.
in the world.
Please stop, please." And he kept screaming and screaming.
And he's
Please.
kind of started to calm down a little bit, but once she removed the bear trap, he was like,
Bro.
"Oh my
you hear the creatures in
god!"
the
dude.
background. She's like, "What do I do now?"
And in your mind, you're like, "Get the fuck out of there,
Yeah.
bro!" Like, just
Oh my
the
God,
tension of
yes.
this movie is like, mwah.
Game point on it. Leaves you in so
Yes,
much suspension.
yes.
Honestly,
that was one of the moments where I had to be like, I was watching it for a while, and until the scene ended, I was like, all right, I can relax. Like, you know, like,
Shout out to Marcus Abbott. You did a great job acting, honestly. Because,
I'll say
man, you got the essence of getting hurt.
everybody.
Nobody could play the essence of getting hurt.
I'll say
You can't even fake it, honestly.
the pacing of this movie was really good. Say.
The acting
The
of this
acting,
movie is
the
really good.
performance.
The acting of this movie is man.
But
The furnace thing too was pretty intense.
Dude,
I mean, you know,
those kids are young ass actors and they have a bright future, honestly.
They do.
Man, they keep doing their shit. John Krasinski fucking saw something in them. Man.
Hell yeah.
Anyways, I'm just bragging on them a lot, but keep going.
they did such a good acting. Yeah, like literally to the point where that whole entire scene, awesome.
it was
The whole
dude.
warehouse scene.
So they end up. So the whole time they're going through that, the kid gets caught in a bear trap. There's some guy watching him through a sniper scope, and at first you're like, "What
Perv.
the fuck is going on?" And he's basically the guy in charge of the area they ran into. And so the mom, the way they're able to take care of the baby from it crying, is putting it. You see it in the first one, kind of
in a box
where they put him in the box, but in.
with oxygen.
Did they always have the oxygen in the first
No,
one?
it was
right?
It was brand new.
Yeah,
'cause
okay, so this
she
one-
must have learned that there's no way this kid
there's
could fucking
yeah.
break it.
baby's gonna survive without oxygen. So yeah, she kept it really.
So she was able to come up with a cute little mask for the baby. It was fucking small and shit. I'm like, they made that shit that small? Like,
Mrs.
Emily Blunt.
Mrs. Hunt
Mrs. Blunt.
Blunt was, took out the monster, and he noticed something was like,
Oh yeah, because of the daughter and the
yeah. And so
speaker.
the deaf daughter has her own weapon. Y'all should see the movie. Y'all know
That's
what we're
what I
talking about.
love about this. It's like every little detail, like that weapon, adds towards the end. Like there's a payoff towards
It
the end
adds
of the
value
movie.
to that
To
specific
the end
group.
of the movie.
That group,
yeah.
that group,
Well, just like the end of the movie, like we'll get to that later, but holy shit, yeah. There's certain things that like in the beginning, like even some of the lines that the mom speaks to the son is some of the lines that he speaks to her, that he speaks to him in the later scenes, and I'm like, oh, like
I'm gonna just say it got me emotional sometimes.
It
I'm gonna
did.
say it got me emotional sometimes because it made me really just be like, damn, she actually is gonna be like.
so
you know
it hit
what?
you on that level.
It hit me on that level.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie.
actually.
There were points when Emily Blunt was talking to her son.
Yes, and I felt so bad for her. I was just like,
I was like,
wait, I can help you right now. Like,
I skipped a fucking breath. I was like, oh shit, that shit.
But it's supposed to make you feel like that, and it works,
That's
and
what
it
it
pays
does.
off.
Yes.
Like that's why this movie's so good.
I
I'm
felt
sure-
so emotional to it.
I'm sure
like,
John,
honestly.
the director, was like, hey, yo, we have to make this look like it's our children. And it's our movie. And it pretty much is, bro. Like, imagine
The
Imagine you're-
the babies in every scene, like, honestly, got to me.
imagine working with your wife, and the role is, hey, these are your children. What would you do to save them? Come on, that's gotta put you in
I
a
think,
fucking
yeah, and like a
fucking-
mindset, like,
yeah.
let's do this. All right, like,
I don't know if you can play parts of the first movie, but in this recap,
or like,
make sure you
like
do.
a bit of like a.
But you guys remember when fucking John Krasinski dies in the first movie?
Yeah.
That is one of the worst fucking like feelings in the fucking in my gut that I ever got.
It did hit, yeah.
Yeah. So it puts you in a role like, hey, this guy was like, hey, imagine if my kids were gonna die. What would I do?
Yeah.
So this fool put it
Just like,
yeah. Yeah, bro. And yeah, right. One of the worst fucking scenes ever.
Dude.
Anyways,
perfect setup to it too.
so anyways, I'm sure fucking Emily Blunt got in the same fucking mindset, and that's what makes these fucking scenes so fucking
Yes, bro.
like believable.
And but
Oh my god, how
Yeah.
scared they are, how freaked out they
No.
are. They're just like
Every
oh
person
my
in that
God.
movie did a good job.
Yes.
The kid, the deaf daughter. Shout out to the baby. Let's find out what his name is, bro. He was a baby, bro. He knew when to cry, when not to cry. That was the most well-behaved baby I've ever fucking met. Swear to fucking God.
Oh my god, bro.
Shout out to the baby in a quiet place too.
that baby deserves a fucking Oscar at
Oscar.
that age, bro.
Fucking beats Glenn Close.
Beats
The winner of the Oscar goes to Baby in Quiet Place 2.
He's like, he really won. I was like, I got kids to feed.
You see Glenn Close? Fucking throw a ball.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but yeah, those scenes were so intense.
Every actor in that movie did
Yeah.
a fucking dope ass.
So the biggest surprise to me was that I might mispronounce his name. They run into Cillian Murphy's character. He's a survivor. He actually is in the beginning of the movie as
He's
one of their.
hardcore, doesn't give a fuck. He's in it for
Yes.
himself. So he's trying to get these people out of there, even though they're family.
Yes.
Sooner or
People-
later,
Show him the baby.
I went to the bathroom, so take it from here.
So sooner or later, the daughter finds out that they hear this broadcast of Beyond the Sea,
It's a song.
and they find she
It's
basically
a song.
Yeah, but she basically sees it as a literal message saying that there's
Something beyond the sea.
Beyond the
Okay.
sea.
so
Something in the chorus. The chorus says "Beyond the Sea." It's a 1960 song. So obviously the chorus meant something. You kept beyond the sea, beyond the sea. So that means obviously beyond the coast.
yeah.
So she fucking realized just beyond the train tracks, there's a few islands.
Yeah.
There has to be a dock out there.
One of the dopest parts for me was the perspective of that little girl. She's deaf. The only way she can communicate is through sign
There has-
language. But even in the beginning of the movie, where it is through her perspective and everything goes quiet.
Yes, that was well needed.
Yeah.
And I felt, I don't know about you guys.
You guys remember when he supposedly was like, they had a signal or the fire in the first one?
Coochie.
The fire. And then she asked him, she was like, were you able to see him all this time?
god.
Yes.
He
And
said
you
no.
didn't even come to help us.
I
Like,
didn't
He had a
want
good
to.
point. He had
Yeah.
a good point.
He was so
like,
honest.
Yeah.
So you can't even be mad at him.
Well,
At least
yeah.
he was brutally honest.
It was-
At least he wasn't hiding the facts.
Yeah.
it was like, I just don't want to. Like,
If he was a
my
liar,
problem.
then you can hate him.
Yeah.
But if he was being brutally honest the whole time,
But that's what I was just like, damn, I was like, that is cold hearted. I actually thought I was like, damn, that.
I kind of see that.
No,
Though.
I know.
because there will be people like that in
Yeah,
the future. If this shit
definitely.
ever
If
happens.
that ever would have happened, I mean, of course, obviously try the best you can be at.
I
first,
only
but
have food for my fam. I don't give a fuck
Yeah.
if you. I'm sorry, but I don't
I
have
don't
any food.
know.
But what he said at that moment is like, did you see him light the fire? She's like, yeah. He's like, did you ever think about coming after us? He's like, no. He's like, the people you've seen out there, you don't know about. He's like, they're not worth saving.
Yeah.
And I'm like, shit.
Yeah.
And then that pays off.
And it's so true.
Yeah.
That pays off in the later scene. So what? We're gonna go scene by scene. So they end up there. The daughter feels like she needs to go out to wherever they're broadcasting the Beyond the Sea
Yeah,
because
she's very smart.
and she feels like if so. Okay, so their main weapon to stop the creatures, like the daughter, is the daughter's
Earpiece.
Yeah, the static from the daughter's earpiece and
Dre
amplifying.
gave her some beats that are like, can fucking kill these things.
Basic, that could kill the shriekers or stun them enough for you to kill them.
Yeah.
Basically. So she figures out that if she's able to get to this place that's broadcasting Beyond the Sea, she can broadcast it worldwide
Everywhere,
and give
everyone
everybody a
will hear
chance.
to kill these things.
a good ass reason to go out by themselves.
Yeah.
So she's arguing, whatever.
But she's deaf mute.
Yeah, she's deaf mute. She won't be able to hear if there's an enemy right behind her or anything. But
Low key was like a very.
She could have never done this without anybody's help.
That's the most thing for me because it's like.
You can't let this deaf mute girl do this mission.
yeah,
That's suicide.
yeah.
But she kicked ass.
So she ends up leaving the night after.
Ass.
Her parents
Escapes.
Her mom doesn't know. Mrs. Blunt doesn't know this till the day after, and she asks Cillian Murphy character to go out there.
Mad respect you have for Miss Blunt.
Yeah,
After Miss Blunt.
Mrs. Blunt. And she asked Cillian Murphy character to go out there and look for her daughter
And bring her back.
Bring her back. Bring her back. And so this is one of the jump scares that got me. The daughter ends up at this train. She follows the train track, ends up at this train.
It's scary, bitch.
She's like walking through the fucking train, all slowly and shit. She's like walking through the train all slowly and shit. The tension's building up. You can tell something.
Damn it, ladies and
popping off.
gentlemen. Y'all agree. If you guys have seen this movie before the podcast, y'all agree that the fucking train scene was intense. 100%. Put that on the fucking podcast. 100%. Jesus Christ.
Dude.
Yeah.
So the jump scare that got me is when she's like creeping, and then you just see that fucking simple ass jump scare, but it got me.
The fucking shrieker.
They just fucking run by, and I was like, oh shit. But yeah, she ends up on her journey
The
to
bathroom
the radio
scene.
station. Let me see.
The bathroom scene in the train.
Oh yeah, well yeah.
The bathroom scene in the train when she's trying to like grab that first aid kid.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Oh,
We're
I
getting
didn't
there.
know. I didn't know it was that.
Shut the fuck up.
So that jump scare happens. She notices there's a fucking train as fuck. I guess one of the places she couldn't find a first aid is in the bathroom or whatever. So she ends up.
Oh
Fucking-
my god. No, go on.
She ends up opening the door, trying to reach for the med kit. I knew there was a jump scare here. I fucking knew it.
I
Yeah,
felt it too.
Dude.
I thought there was gonna
That-
be like a fucking animal in there.
Let me confess, that was the only scare that got me.
Really?
I'm not playing it off like a champ, you know, the champ I am. That was the only one of the few only scares that got me.
That's crazy. How many scares did the Conjuring got you?
No, hello, zero. Like the money you should spend on that movie.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the daughter's in this train on her way to this radio station. And it's fucking intense, dude. She tries to go for the med kit. The suspense is building up. You know there's a jump scare coming. The jump scare comes. That is not the end of it.
Oh,
The
man.
intensity
This
is
is
so
crazy,
butt
bro.
clenching.
Sort of fucking guy. Yeah.
Butt clenching. Yes.
Well, for whoever has butts.
So in her, because she's deaf, she can't hear herself scream, but you hear it.
We needed more fucking points of view by her. Like at
I
least.
think I had a good
Okay, so I had like 3 good ones in the beginning, and then it never played it after that. So I felt like we needed maybe 2
No,
more.
it had a good amount.
Yeah.
Okay, it did have a good amount.
Like
in the
even when
beginning.
they were on that.
When it was quiet,
You know-
I agree. But
No,
I feel like there
I
should have
didn't.
been 2 more at least.
Oh, we're
And they
gonna.
were
One
on the
more in the
island.
middle, and 1 more at the end when she was in the docks.
Honestly, I thought it was perfect.
The docks one, there should have been a quiet scene for her.
Dude, the whole scene was quiet. The only
You
reason
know what I mean?
So, okay,
Because there was music. It was
So-
quiet, but there was music in the docks.
it just so dope when it comes to her perspective because it adds to the scene we're
A
talking
lot
about
of
now.
tension.
Yeah.
Her perspective adds a lot of
You can't hear
tension.
shit. You're just like, what the
So
fuck?
the
They
jump scare
just-
happens, and then when she's on the train going for the
Fuck
first
me, right?
aid, and she kind of screams. She's like, and she falls back. But I don't think in her mind she notices that she screamed loud. So that's why it's a surprise when the fucking monster is down the fucking rail, kissing her ass. Not, but the
Coming for that ass.
coming for her. But the setup is so good because it's like sideways. It's like towards the corridor.
Very
and
quiet.
it's on the
Very,
way.
very quiet.
It's through her perspective, so she can't.
And
hear
then the
shit.
shrieker is just fucking like being all like, what's that name?
Stuff shit like that. And man, that scene was just fucking intense. And so Cillian Murphy saves her.
Shoots her or shoots the thing.
Shoots the thing. They end up getting out of there.
They end up bonding for a little bit.
Scene. I love that scene where she's like, I'm getting you home. And she's just like,
I don't understand.
what?
And he starts.
She's like, enunciate.
Oh yeah.
And she's like, I don't, Oh,
I love that
I felt
scene.
so bad.
I thought he turned into a villain for
When?
20 seconds.
When
she couldn't
woke
find
up,
her thing.
Yeah.
I knew right away he went ahead. I knew right away. You really? You thought he did
I felt so bad for her.
I
was
felt
like,
so bad for
oh
her,
my
bro.
God. I was like, he really did that.
I was
for
like,
her.
that was her only weapon, bro.
I was like, he really did her dirty like that.
I
was
knew he
like,
went ahead.
Wow.
I felt like he did her dirty because the way he was acting in the beginning, right?
Yeah.
He was like, I want you guys out by
Yeah.
tomorrow.
I was gonna be like, oh, he's gonna leave a note saying, I took all your stuff. You better come home right now.
Tell your mom to go back.
But when she came out, and she
I knew
started
he was
crying,
like, I don't know.
I know, but like,
Really?
As soon
I
as
didn't
as soon as she woke up and she was like feeling around for her shit, I'm like, oh, this guy went ahead for her. Oh, that's sweet. Like, seriously, that's what I thought. I was like, this motherfucker's.
I'm over here like,
yeah, like fuck, he fucking fucked her. I thought,
no, I
just,
thought
like,
like
took her earring thing and just like was like, oh, I'm gonna meet you back at our place. You
I
gotta walk
legit thought the
there.
complete opposite.
I was like, bitch ass scarecrow, you're gonna do this one more time? I swear to God.
I legit thought it was something separate. Like, I didn't
No.
think it was fucking.
That was
like
fucked
that.
up. I was like,
Really? And then when he came back, I'm like, I fucking knew it.
I didn't know it.
You could tell he was a good dude. He was just trying to survive. Like,
I know, but
like for me, it said because you know how there was talking after.
I'm waiting for him to hit that one part where I'm gonna be like, yep, he's a weirdo.
You know that part? Well, when they first run into him, where he's explaining like what he's been doing, and like basically what happened to his wife. And that scene, I got okay.
I got there. I want to go take a.
You want to take a piss?
So what's up? What happened?
So it's just basically they explained his character.
What
And they
happened?
were saying why he was like all alone, why this and that. It
Yeah.
was basically his wife died. He said, fuck everybody else. Like he's not dealing with like
Did they have a kid?
they did.
yeah. Wait, who?
Because I went to the bathroom.
Cillian
after-
Murphy.
Oh, he did. He had kids. Remember, his kids was drawing those drawings.
Oh yeah. What?
Yeah.
I missed that whole part because
Yeah, he always
as,
had a
Yeah.
a drawing of his kid.
as soon as I saw that they all met up and they went down that thing, I was like, I know they're safe, and I want to go take a piss. So when I came back,
I think it was the.
And then I went right after you.
Wait, was it the wife or was it the kids that the kids saw?
What? Wait.
oh what?
And
I think it was the wife because it seemed like an adult body kind of.
Oh, the kid?
Yeah, when he.
Oh,
we'll get to that later.
I think it was the woman, his wife.
Later.
Yeah, that's what I was waiting for that. I was waiting for him to get to that scene.
So we left off after the train scene. Cillian Murphy finds her, takes her back to safety, saying, "We're gonna take it back home." I like that.
Mind you, they decide to make a team. Cillian Murphy and the deaf daughter decide to just investigate the rest of the train track.
Well, because the daughter kind of talks him, kind of inspires him to go check it out. He's like, "You said you felt like you didn't do enough. This is your chance, basically."
And so, while she was like, napping, Cillian Murphy goes, checks it out real fucking quick, comes back with a scouting report and says,
But that's the scene you
found a
guys thought
boat.
he left.
No, he says, I found a boat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the scene you guys said you thought he left. I was like, I knew he went.
Oh, yeah.
I thought he had.
I knew he went
I
ahead.
thought he was gonna be like, "You better get back home.
Yeah.
You're fucking away." Like,
Yeah,
I
I
think
just
he went
found
ahead.
it weird that he took her fucking earpiece.
yes. I was like, why take it? Like, it's the one
It's
thing
a good
that she-
fucking weapon.
And
Well,
I never saw it coming. I mean, I want to go in order. But at the dock scene.
Well, that's the next scene. So basically, Cillian Murphy and the daughter set up a truce. They're gonna go finish checking out what the daughter wants to go check out.
Whatever they set up, they go to the coordinates.
Yes.
Where the beyond the sea thing is being transmitted.
And this beautiful next scene is taking place where it's. Oh, let's not skip. Mrs. Blunt goes out to search for supplies for her.
Meanwhile,
I love that scene. And honestly,
Meanwhile,
it was-
while all this is happening with Cillian
So
Murphy and deaf mute daughter,
Yeah, so
meanwhile,
Mrs.
Mrs. Blunt,
wants to go set out for supplies, and the son's like, "Where are you going?"
why?
Small little scene to keep his
Why is she
injury,
going for supplies?
to keep his injury from the bear traps, like
Because her son got
well,
the bear
that-
trapped in
Antibiotics.
She was ready
Yeah.
also
out of oxygen.
Yeah, so the oxygen for the baby, whenever they put him in the box to keep him quiet, they use oxygen to keep him alive in there. She needs to get basically more.
But now her
supplies for that.
son has a fucking mutilating
Yeah,
leg
and she needs to
injury.
get all the medical supplies. So anyway, she sets out,
Tell them to fucking guard the baby.
goes in to guard the baby, and this is where the fucking movie just keeps fucking adding the intensity. So she sets out to the fucking supply room,
Pharmacy.
pharmacy. She's getting all the supplies she needs. Boom, the son decides to get out of the fucking hideout. Explore where that dude is.
And
wherever he's going.
discovers something that he was not meant to discover.
Some shit, but if they were gonna do it in this movie, they might as well have fucking paid it off. Either way, I felt this was the most fucking.
Cool. Whatever. They added it to the movie. It made the movie better. Let's agree to disagree.
There was
It
also
made-
the scene where she paid tribute to the little kid that died in the first one.
Rewind.
Oh yeah.
When she was walking
Make that noise.
before she actually went into the pharmacy and all that, she actually stopped by to the place where.
And you can add that in the thing right now, right? Because it's
Yeah.
a movie that already
Spoiler.
played, right?
Oh.
Where the kid died.
Anyways, I'll add the grave to it. So the grave from the kid in the beginning of the first one.
Oh, hey, let me ask you guys. Tell me you guys saw that coming.
Will they revisit the grave?
They're gonna,
Yeah.
yeah, of course.
I
yeah.
saw it coming.
They're gonna pay tribute to
Yeah.
the first one.
When they were traveling, and then the mom said, "I have to go get supplies." I
Where's
was
the
like,
first place they're gonna go
Yeah.
get the
I was like, bro,
Thing.
she's gonna pass by the bridge where her son died,
So
and sure, she was-
so after she has that conversation with her son saying, "You stay here, I'm going for supplies," she ends up running across the grave of her fucking
her son.
a last.
really nice touch, I think, and I felt like it added a bit more emotion to the movie.
It was
I
emotional.
I kind of-
emotional.
didn't get choked up, but I was just like,
Why? Because she said, "You know what? The last fragment I have of humanity is
being
my
yeah.
wedding ring." And you know what? Fuck it. This is where my last baby died.
so. Anyways, fucking the we
The
end up in
docks. We were at the docks.
So yeah, we end up in the scene where it's this
Cillian
basically
Murphy.
three intense scenes in one.
Wow. I don't know who told him that was a good idea.
That
Thank
was
God.
fucking
Thank
genius.
God he did that.
That was fucking genius. It could have been separate intense scenes, but this motherfucker combined it into one, dude. So okay, we got Cillian Murphy and the daughter. They finally reach the docks of the boat that he said he found, and they're searching around.
Stop.
And then it cuts to the
Mother.
fucking mother, and
Miss Blunt.
she's getting all the supplies
At the
whatever,
pharmacy.
At the pharmacy.
Stop.
It cuts. It cuts to the fucking son back with the baby.
Oh my
Just
God.
investigating the area.
There's
Yeah.
there's no threat. He's completely fucking safe. This idiot decides to go out the fucking hideout.
Still tense.
Still pretty tense. You think something's gonna go down. And he's searching around the area they're staring at and whatever. He ends up
like, what the fuck is a broken
I'm like,
fucking
bro,
foot?
stay the fuck in. What do you at least do this in the daytime? Like, what are you doing, dude?
Why at
like,
night? Come on.
I'm like, what the? You're supposed to be.
You have a broken foot. Stay the fuck home.
At least do this when everyone's around. Why? Are
Or
you
stay
doing
when you're
this-
healthy.
Or why are you doing this when you gotta take care of a fucking baby? That's my. Anyways, so he's looking around, whatever. He ends up going upstairs, finding some work clothes. He's like, "What the fuck is going on here?" He ends up keeps moving. He finds
Pictures.
the guy's hideout, the
Cillian Murphy.
Cillian Murphy's hideout. He's like, "What the fuck?" He keeps moving. He finds this dead body on a fucking hospital bed. He falls
Scares
back,
them.
makes a noise.
There you go.
And it
Sets
sets
set
it
the
off.
chain of reaction.
So then, around the time that's happening, it cuts back to
Miss Hunt.
Cillian Murphy and the daughter, and they see this. They're about to get this. They're about to get the boat off to go sail. But as he's doing that, they see somebody pass by, and they're like, "What the fuck?" So they go check it out. It ends up being this sketchy little fucking girl. Which at sight I would have been like, "Who
Turns
the
into
fuck
a
are
deep-
you?
I'm sorry.
Who
but
the
it's
fuck are
like,
you?" Like, I am
You're
not getting
just
close.
literally standing there really creepy right there in front of me. Like, no. Like,
So-
that's a tall sign. Like,
And we talked about this
Okay,
earlier.
stop.
For what?
So that happens. You guys see a little girl at the edge of the pier.
I am not getting near.
What do you guys do? Let's be real.
Who are you?
Okay, be in an apocalyptic world. You're literally going into some place that you don't even know where you're going into, and
Don't
you
trust
just
anything.
see-
I would say my
see.
distance.
And this little girl ended up being fucking bad anyway, because she ended up fucking choking that fucking dude out.
So my question is, what would you guys do?
And that's
You guys have a gun.
You
I
know
would
what?
honestly.
I would not shoot it or nothing. I would just
No,
run the
exactly.
other direction.
I would say it's a decoy.
Run the other direction. somewhere.
Immediately, I would say it's a decoy. They want me to feel sorry for the girl. There has to be a few people around.
That's what I would feel too. I'd be like, "Yo, keep your eyes open."
Yep.
Like, you know, I'd be
Just
like,
run away. I'm sorry. I don't want to do the shooting or nothing. I'm just running away.
"But man, that scene was so tense."
Yeah.
So after what happens with the kid, we cut to Cillian Murphy and the daughter. They end up at this dock, trying to find the boat to get to this island where the radio is being
Radio
broadcast.
mention.
So there's this tense ass fucking scene where they, like I said, they're getting the boat off of the fucking dock, and they see someone pass by. They go check it out. Ends up being this little creepy ass girl, and like you guys said, I would not trust that for a second. He ends up getting close, be like, "Hey, it's okay."
I'm here to help you.
It ends up being
Falls
a
into
trap.
a trap.
She looks deformed, and at the moment, I thought she was somehow infected
Infected with some bullshit.
with the disease of the like extraterrestrials or whatever. And I didn't think it was gonna be a zombie. I thought it was gonna be just us deteriorating.
I
Maybe
actually
the plot
thought for
was.
a second it was gonna turn into a zombie apocalypse type of shit. I'm not even
Really?
gonna
No,
lie.
I
When
didn't.
I saw the little girl, I was like, "Oh shit, this should."
You know why?
Like a
No, I
fucking
didn't.
You know why?
zombie apocalypse.
You know why it
type of
couldn't be?
Why?
Because zombies are loud.
No,
There you go.
but it's like they're turning into their zombies.
Yeah, where they
fuck?
where they're in control, like we're mindless and they're
Yeah.
in control. Yeah. What I thought it was gonna be an infection to where it kills humans.
Yeah,
that's
because
what I
I was
thought.
like, why are they all like kind of like
Deformed.
you know like deformed or
Yeah.
like burnt skin or some I don't know. It was just
it
so
was just a
weird.
cult.
Yeah, it
Cult
looked like a
that fucking-
cult. And that
So-
little girl.
Yeah. So anyway, this girl ends up tying a rope around Cillian Murphy's neck, which makes noise, and these I guess cannibals pop up. I don't know these.
Yeah, because they were gonna eat
Those are
her.
cool.
Yeah. And they were like, if you make noise, well, too bad. Like, you know, we're all gonna die. So
Shit. So meanwhile, that's going on. It cuts back to the son, and he's running back to the hideout. There's a fucking shrieker there somehow, and it's just, oh my god, the intensity is just it's
It's
fucking
nuts.
builds in
insane,
that one,
dude.
that one entire whole thing. It comes back to forth, back to forth.
And the whole
back to
time,
forth.
like it comes back to Mrs. Blunt, and she's carrying her tanks all calm and shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait till she gets back to the fucking hideout,
It's
dude.
like, you know what?
Yeah, she's
Okay,
what the fuck is going on? And so she finally hears that big boom, and she's like, oh shit, something's wrong. She ends up walking
And
in.
that scene
Oh
where the
my
rain or
God.
the fucking
Keep in mind, people, this goes on for at least like 10, 15 minutes.
yeah.
Oh, it's the most intense
Yeah.
part of the movie, and we still got like 20 minutes to go. We still got 20 minutes to go.
We still got an hour to go at that point, bro.
No,
Dude.
no, nothing.
We got a good amount to go at that part, and it's just like,
Ladies and gentlemen, just know it's not money.
he
badly
could have,
spent.
you know,
It's
thinking
money
about
well
it,
spent. Money well
he
spent.
could have extended the movie by splitting those 3 scenes up, but he didn't. He made it all in the
Bro,
same.
no. I'm sorry. Everything he did for this movie was spot on. Don't. He didn't do anything wrong. He really didn't do anything wrong.
I just really want to find out what happened.
Well, that's what I
You know
give
what?
props
'Cause
to.
And I think
Look,
that's
look,
what
look
it
at
is.
us. Look at us.
They're
We're
gonna
asking
get-
for more. He's like, yeah, I got my people what they wanted.
But that's
They're asking for more.
That's
I
kind of
really-
what I'm
I
saying.
really
It's
do
like
want more.
it did it
like-
clever. Like it wasn't
Yeah,
cliche.
but-
Exactly.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
dude. John Krasinski. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. All of a sudden, this motherfucker like, did he go to school for film?
I'm not gonna lie to you.
I'm pretty.
I
sure he did.
literally, as soon as that last scene hit, I was like, "What the?"
It looked like a. It looked. I'm not gonna. It looked like a Marvel ending, huh?
Yeah.
I was like, what?
I don't know if Marvel anything, but
Wait. So, where were we at?
The
My
docs.
reaction
The docs.
to
The docs. So the docs. Oh my god, the way he gets out of this fucking scene is
Is
genius.
nuts.
He's
Oh.
able to signal the deaf girl to dive out of the way while they're taking her away. They're about
Oh
to
my
rape
god,
her.
that was crazy.
I'm sure they're about to rape her and eat her after that shit.
Yeah.
Like so.
it was a
Basically
pretty
some
gruesome-
dork ass
it was a
That's
shit.
crazy.
pretty
He was like,
gruesome
hey.
thing, yeah.
So he signaled her. Cillian Murphy's character was like this, signaling her to dive. She dove. This motherfucker was able to get the trap and use it.
And I like that
against
shit. He was
them,
like,
dude.
Started ringing the bell.
Yeah, got
Calling
the
all the
attention on them.
fucking
The
people.
fucking shriekers showed up.
and then he
Started
stabbed him with a
kicking
leg. And he was like,
everybody out.
oh.
Yeah. And then I remember that scene when he grabbed the main guy, pulled him to the back.
So the
That's the
shrieker
thing
shows
about-
up
yeah.
and he's taking people out, and he's slowly working his way to where Cillian Murphy and
Where there's noise. Which
Where
is
the-
Cillian
And
Murphy.
then the
Yeah.
guy is there.
and he's able to get trapped over one of the fucking guys, trap him, make him scream, let the creature get to his ass. That was fucking sick, dude.
But he knew he was fucked because he had that shit.
Yeah. I think
Oh
he
my
knew
God.
as soon as he died, he was like, all right, I'm good.
The way he stabbed him, though.
Because he was just there waiting for a minute. He wasn't even trying to cut it out. He was just like, woo! Intense. So as that's going on, it cuts back to Mrs. Blunt going back to where they're held up, and there's a fucking shrieker there.
Turns out fire can't kill him.
Oh my god, that shit was so tense, bro.
I'm not gonna lie, yes, I was.
So
When
I'm
I
like-
saw it rise up from the fire, I was
So
like,
she sets up one of the little tanks right there to blow up.
Because she got 2 from
Yeah.
the pharmacy.
Ah.
I said, wow, that kid's going to be 4 years old and still got oxygen tank.
So then that happened.
Oh,
Oh my
I
god, the
was
way
so
she just
sad.
yeah, the way she distracted that motherfucker. Oh my god.
I thought he was gonna blow up.
I thought he was dead.
Me too. So, anyways, she's trying to get the attention away from her.
Baby.
The
Her
shrieker.
baby.
The shrieker is after her baby and her son, and she's trying to get the attention away.
Her
She's back to
babies.
the hideout. Basically, yeah. And so what she does is she solely relies on the fucking fire
extinguisher.
extinguisher, like the fucking sprinklers to kick in.
Sprinkler
So
system.
her idea was to set off a fire. The way by doing that is by getting one of the tanks she had, setting it up, letting
Fire.
the shrieker somehow
Burn.
Me buy it.
be by it.
And,
And
blah.
I was like, oh, she has this motherfucker. I'm like, she has
Done.
this
The
motherfucker.
movie's over.
She shoots a tank. I'm like, boom. At the same time,
Movie.
shit's going down with fucking Cillian Murphy at the
Monsters Inc. doesn't exist no more.
This is crazy. It's a fucking masterpiece. Whatever's going on with Cillian Murphy is going down. There's fire to it. It matches to what's going on with Mrs. Blunt.
The island scene.
So she fucking
Stop.
Wait, hold up. So she's
missing- he's missing the whole
You're
point.
missing the
We're
whole
not. We're not even there yet.
Just tell the people what they want to know.
We're not even there yet. So, anyways, she blows up the tank. You think that motherfucker's dead? No, he's not.
What?
You think that Shrieker's dead? He is not.
Play the.
So she blows up. She tries to blow up the tank. It blows up right next to the fucking Shrieker. Does nothing.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing.
So you see the Shrieker climb out the fire. Shit
She's
goes
all
off.
worried, like, fuck.
Oh yeah, it's so tense.
I
She's
just
waiting.
fucking waste my time getting two things.
She is waiting for the fucking
For real, that's what might be my thought right there.
what
I just wasted my life in getting two tanks and I just had to blow one up.
And do shit.
but thankfully the water goes off. It's able to
It makes it way too loud.
makes it
if
enough
she can move
noise.
around.
Yes. So she ends up going
Keep
down.
that in mind, dumbasses.
She ends up going down. She's safe. Cillian Murphy is able to. He's able to get away from the Shriekers at the dock, and they end up in a boat heading to the island that we're heading to.
You okay? I knew something was weird.
So they
Because I think I went to the bathroom again, but when I came back, I was like, shit, they're fucking here. And it was the guy from the fucking Guardians of the Galaxy. The
He's a
black
good
guy.
actor.
Yeah. As soon as I saw him, forgive me. I knew he was gonna die fast.
I don't know he was in that fast.
I knew he was gonna die
I thought he was
fast.
gonna be one of the main characters.
So this is.
Oh hell no, bro.
Me too. No, honestly, me
I'm
too.
sorry, I
If
thought he
you
was
get an
gonna-
actor like that, you're like,
No.
okay, he's gonna be part of the main cast.
He's gonna be one of the
die,
main-
but maybe later on. Like,
I'm sorry.
Just 5 minutes.
You know what I do when I see a movie? I check how long it's gonna be.
they like.
So,
Like the
so I
friend.
do the math. So I'm like, it's gonna end at this time. So when I check the movie at every few intervals, I'm like, okay, so 10, 30 minutes, 20 minutes. Okay, now it's gonna end in 10 minutes. So I'll know the ending. So when I looked at the ending, I'm like, are you serious? This fool literally just popped out in the movie. I'm like, there's only 30 minutes of film left. He's gonna die quick.
Oh wow! So you already did.
Oh, you already knew he was gonna die. I thought he was gonna survive. Like,
I'm sorry.
Low key, I'm not even gonna lie. I think it was even 30 minutes before the movie ended that he actually did die. 'Cause
He
it
died
was-
15
yeah,
minutes before the
It was
movie
that
ended.
scene where
When he was driving backwards and he kept
Okay.
that scene was
Yeah,
okay.
building up. We're building up.
We're building up.
Okay, so
My dick is big.
that scene where it's 3 scenes in one, basically. You stupid. So that scene where it's basically 3 scenes in one, it fucking everyone can just intensity takes place like 10, 20 minutes of the movie. Anyways, after that, Cillian Murphy and the daughter are able to reach that island and find where that Beyond the Sea movie is coming, Beyond the Sea song is coming from.
Beyond the sea.
And even that guy, I want to say his name, but he has pretty complex name. Basically, the guy from Guardians of the Galaxy, the guy that's like,
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'll probably add the name later, but he
Yeah,
ends up
I'll
being.
tell you.
They run into him on the island, and he's like, he's basically explaining to Cillian Murphy what happened, and after the fucking invasion, and he's talking about some like Navy ships, being able to escort civilians, but only
He explained why there were only a few who got.
out of there.
When are we gonna
basically.
get to the intense scene?
Well, it's
Okay.
You
coming.
just finished.
It's coming. It's
Island?
coming. He explained why only a few made it. Because the rest of them started screaming.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you guys are.
So
Yeah.
as they're on the island, it's the next day, I believe, and Cillian Murphy's character is, I guess, taking a stroll on the beach. Ends up finding he hears a noise. He goes to check it out. Ends up finding the boat that the Shriekers were on is on the island.
Oh,
You're like,
yes.
You're like, oh,
He was like, fuck, that shit fucking came out to shore.
Because they didn't shoot him before he, like, they literally shot the scene.
He's still
where
alive.
He was still alive
Yeah.
on the boat.
So the boat that he saw them on while he was getting away to the island is the same boat he sees on the island when he's over there. He's like, holy
There's no
fuck.
one on the boat.
So he runs, goes to tell the
Hey.
fucking.
Not gonna lie. I thought after that, I'm like, oh shit, this community are cannibals.
Really?
Yes.
I guess that makes sense.
But then when I saw the creatures, I'm like, the creatures were on the boat.
Bro, as soon as he saw the boat, I'm like,
Yeah, I'm
oh
like-
shit, they're here. Like, that's what I thought. I was like, oh shit, they're here. And he's just like telling people, get back inside. You see shit going down. Just like the day of the outbreak, just like the beginning of the movie. This is where it fucking pays off. You see this shit. You're like, oh, fuck, nothing has changed. No matter what they fucking try, these freakers will adapt and find a way. Like, they found a way to the island, basically. And they start taking everybody out. That's when that guy gets in the car. He's like trying to get the attention of all of them. He only gets the attention of one. He keeps beeping, driving away. Cillian Murphy's character and the daughter follow him. Such a good scene too.
I thought that was lame.
Dude, the scene where the camera's inside the car and it's like spinning around and it's showing like that shit was dope, bro.
Okay, it was cool inside.
It's very Jurassic Park when they're
Well, like,
in the.
he was beeping for the
right.
longest.
And only
So
one.
I thought the animal was gonna get there really quick. And the animal didn't get there really quick.
Only one.
Only one. There was only like two of them, I think.
I think one.
I
Right?
think there was actually one.
Yeah, there's only one of them.
Yeah. I think you're right.
Because the,
What?
well, the ones that were on the boat was only one of them. It was only one of them. If you think about it. Well, yeah, it's one of them.
I thought it was two of them.
Oh, one of them.
It was one of them. So he's able to beep, get the attention away from the people, and then so they make it to finally the radio station that the little girl's been after the whole fucking movie. They make it. Oh my god, I hate seeing him go out like this, but he was like, "Yo, we made it here, but I don't hear him."
I have to go back.
Did he go back? I have to go back and check on my family. As he's saying that, this motherfucker gets dragged out, beat to fucking shit.
But audience, if you guys know movie history, you guys knew he was gonna die quick. I'm just saying that.
I knew he was gonna die.
I
but the way
saw it coming.
but the way he died, though, I'm like,
I thought he was
fuck.
gonna be a main character.
Yeah. Just because of the actor. Either way, you find out these shriekers got on the island, end up taking everybody out, and end up taking him out. And so then it comes down to this scene where it cuts back to Mrs. Blunt back in the hideout that they were at.
Back on the mainland.
And she thinks it's clear. She opens the door. She's like, oh, okay. She ends up, I don't know what she gets out for. Why did she get out for?
What do you mean?
She want to pick up something, no?
She want to go pick
She
up
was gonna be a
medicine.
oxygen.
Medicine and
Oxygen
oxygen.
and
Oxygen.
medicine.
So then she goes out, picks it up. As she's turning around, he hears this fucking shrieker right
Because
behind
the
her.
fucking kid,
The kid, man, the kid was able to get the attention of the shrieker down into the fucking
to the furnace.
furnace where they're
And he-
staying out.
Look, listen to
Oh,
me.
that's just-
That was the
that's
most
sweet.
intense scene ever. I'll tell you guys why. Because in the furnace, once you close that shit, it looks like you only have like maybe less than 10 minutes of oxygen in there.
We skipped that. Yeah.
All right. So the little kid made some noise. And he went hiding, attracted a fucking shrieker.
He went
Shrieker
hiding
was
into the
coming.
furnace.
Yep.
Brought him straight into where their home base.
He closes the door.
He closed the furnace shut.
So towel.
The guy who owned the furnace, he used to have a towel that he would wrap around the lock. So when he closed it, it wouldn't shut completely. This little kid forgot to put the towel on the lock. He shut the furnace.
Oh,
The furnace got shut
So this
completely.
is going on as the scene in the docks is going on. So this is that scene where everything's just like,
Super intense.
yeah, it's just coming.
Meanwhile-
it's happening at the same time.
Meanwhile-
yeah.
Meanwhile,
I can't believe I forgot that scene. That's one of the best fucking scenes. So he ends up in the fucking furnace, basically running out of oxygen.
sure.
And the only way he'd be able to get oxygen is through the same tank that the
That
baby
the
uses.
baby fucking uses.
So he's sharing it, and he's fucking sharing his last breath. Oh my
with the
god.
baby. Damn it,
Keep
bro.
in mind, this is taking place the same time as the scene in the docks with Cillian Murphy and the daughter's character. Like, so it's all that mixed in with,
Meanwhile, the mom is trying to get into the bunker.
yes,
With the
of where the son is with the baby.
There was so much tension.
Oh my god.
I
dude.
just thought he died too because in that scene when she actually gets down there. That scene after.
So,
she opens-
You could walk into the theater and everybody was fucking like sweating. It's more like
So we're kind of going back to that scene where I left off, where
It's more like
basically
sweat in the
it's
theater.
fucking Emily Blunt.
Emily Blunt fucking basically going to get supplies.
No. It's after she gets back. Well, she goes to get the fucking tank, and the thing is right behind her. And at that exact same scene, the daughter and Cillian Murphy finally reached the radio where Beyond the Sea is being played. It is a dope ass scene, I think. So they end up getting Mrs. Blunt ends up getting found at the hideout.
I
They're
got so
at.
mad.
They're getting.
it looked like
fucking
Dr.
shady.
Dre's studio.
They're basically cornered. They are basically cornered.
All four of them.
Yeah. And the only thing the daughter has to do is put the ear, like, basically broadcast the
interference.
the interference with her earpiece, just everywhere. So it's this tense scene where she first has to get into the fucking room, and she's with Cillian Murphy's character. I forget his name. I really wish I could remember his name in the movie.
Scarecrow.
Just call him Scarecrow. So,
Cillian Murphy.
so
He didn't even
anyways,
have a name, right?
He did at the beginning. He's like,
John?
"Oh, your face." Yeah, and then she said a name. I forget. But anyways, this is tense ass scene where he's trying to get the daughter into that room to broadcast that shit. Oh my god, that shit is right on the other side of that glass. She's finally able to get to the door. And she opens it, that shit creaks, gets the attention of the fucking shrieker. And Cillian Murphy's character was like, you know what, fuck it. So he gets in the way, tries to distract it, and
To
it's just,
distract her from the monster.
at the same time it cuts back to Mrs. Blunt, and she
It's
is.
getting
They are getting
fucking.
fucked up. They are cornered in the
She
furnace.
literally got 2 daggers in her fucking leg and she started screaming. I was like, no!
The whole area. At the
Oh.
end, where they're just cornered, I'm like, this is it. She gets scratched, this and that, and the monster almost has them until the daughter finally is able to get the earpiece broadcasted, and that saves her ass. And it's able to distract the monster enough for people to kill it, and that's what the son and daughter do in that fucking dope ass scene. The music is kicking in. And they figured out a way to kill it. As soon as they fucking do,
That
it ends. And it's another cliffhanger ending just like the first one, which kind of,
Made you wonder.
I kind of
There
pisses me off.
has to be a fucking number 3.
Kind of pisses me off, but at the same time,
Yeah.
I'm like, but good.
You know what? He did a good job. It pissed you off.
no.
No.
I want
That's
to
what endings
love it.
But that's what endings like that are supposed to do. It's supposed to keep you wanting more, and it did want me to keep wanting more. And I wish this movie was at least another hour long.
Another hour long would have been way too much.
I think it would have been perfect.
It would have been enough with the rest of the
I
movie.
think it was too short.
I think it would have literally left me in peace.
That's my biggest complaint. I said too short.
Yeah.
No, he's gonna end it
Wasn't
with
the other
he's
movie
gonna
too
end it
short
with the
too?
third movie.
Wasn't the other movie too short too?
Which one? The first movie? Yeah, same shit.
So
An hour and a half.
9 out of 10. 9 out of 10.
Well, that's why he's gonna end it with the third movie.
You know what? Okay, fine. I'll actually go back to the movie. Yeah.
He's gonna end it with the
It's
third
a little
movie.
too short. It's
Yeah.
a little too short. That's my only.
I was
complaint.
like, I wanted more, and it's not really a gripe. It's not really a complaint. It's just me personally. I was like,
It leaves you on the
what?
edge of your seat, and you just
Yes.
want more. You're just
Throughout
like,
the fucking movie, man, it is this intense ass ride, and definitely worth your money, and definitely worth the theater experience.
hell yeah.
I would definitely rate it a 9 out of 10. I would knock off a point for it being too
Definitely
short.
go watch it at the theaters,
Yes.
not at home.
I mean, if you got a really bomb ass system at home,
Yeah,
but
bomb,
Yeah.
yeah.
But if you guys have to, go watch that
go
movie
watch
at
it
the
in
theaters.
theaters.
I like you have to.
I give it a
You
nine.
have to watch that
Have
movie in the theaters. Watch it. It deserves it. It deserves all the money. It deserves all the support. John Krasinski, you fucking killed it in this one. And I wish to see more of you. Hopefully, you can direct
Yes.
The Last of Us HBO series.
Shout out to the baby. The baby did a very good job, man. Very good actor, you know.
Yeah. All the performances in this shit were fucking top notch.
Yeah.
Cillian Murphy.
You guys should
dude,
watch it.
You too. You.
Scarecrow. Never
Yeah,
seen you in a
you-
better role than this one.
You fucking killed it, dude.
I
You
said
were
some 28 days
good
later.
ass fucking movie.
28.
Oh, he was part of that one. Yeah.
Shit.
So he's not new to this post-apocalyptic thing.
Oh, he knows what's up.
This, I would say, this.
And we can get you in an interview. Give us a shout out. You know where to reach us.
This atmosphere, the atmosphere that this movie set up.
We'll give you some beer. We'll give you some joints. Hey, we'll make you feel comfortable.
But the
Let's smoke
atmosphere
it up.
that this movie set up, though, is top notch. Seriously, check this out, y'all. It definitely deserves your money. Definitely a theater experience. It has a lot of good aspects, like the perspective.
Don't
of
watch
the-
it at home. Go watch it at the theaters.
That's another thing I keep leaving out is the perspective of the daughter, where she's deaf.
That's the best perspective.
Yeah,
She goes up on her own.
It's a fucking
It's
quiet
not
place.
that. It's not that.
But all right, I think that'll do it, y'all. If you guys enjoyed, don't forget to leave a like, hit the subscribe button, and I guess we'll see you guys in the next one. Yeah, check out the movie. 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10.
And yeah, don't forget to leave a like.
9.5.
It's your boy, Roddy Mac. Catch y'all later next week.
All right, y'all. Later.